You just take your time, Donnie. There's no rush. Well, Donnie, I'm glad to see you, my son. The last 3 years since we did this before, when you was up here with me. You remember that?
Yes, Slimey. It's been actually quite, seems like it was yesterday, but I guess it has been about 2 to 3 years, hasn't it?
I guess I promised you a mic, but guess what? We down to only one mic today because of technical problems, so we're going to work together with this mic, okay? Donnie, what's the matter? I stink or something?
You use deodorant?
No, I use fish oil.
It's not working.
He says I stink. Well, no, that's not a very nice thing coming from a guy who spends his time lying in the dumpsters. Then I think I had a complaint about that. Somebody told me that Donnie's sleeping on the job. I said, what do you mean? They said, I went by the recycling dumpster and I heard snoring from in there. I looked there, he was upside down, sleeping away.
It's quite comfortable in there every once in a while.
And now that we mentioned it, I had somebody else tell me that you were sleeping with your head stuck down the tortoise road and over the reserve with your arse sticking up on the air. Is that true?
No, that was not true.
You weren't at...
I'll do a lot of things, but some things I won't do.
Oh, okay. But Donnie, I remember when you was up here 3 years ago, you said you were the glue that held this place together. You remember that?
Slimey Bound, I don't think I said that. I'm a very modest person. I don't seem to think that I'm the one that holds it all together. It's a big part of a whole group that we do together, and everybody included as well.
Well, I agree with that sentiment. There's no question of that. But you're now, along with the rest of your crew, you're not just glue, but you're super epoxy for the work you folks have done. You've really done an amazing job after the hurricane, and we appreciate it. Okay, if you remember now, 3 years ago, I made you an honorary Newfoundlander and an honorary Canadian because you were such a perfect gentleman, and it was the man that we needed for that position. And this is an honor to do what we call a Newfoundland screech-in and get you into that position. You remember that, right?
Yes, I do remember that. It's quite fun, actually.
Well, I'm glad you liked it. Now, I don't know if you've been around the office recently.
Not today, no.
If you notice something missing on the wall.
I don't believe so, no.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what it is that's missing on the wall. I got it right here. It's your screech-in certificate that you've been proudly displaying in the office for the last 3 years that I got here. And I have to take it down. Oh, the fishing rod. I need that for later. We have to take this down because you see, well, here's what happened. I sent out that documentation as a minister in the cabinet there. I was told that I could make you an honorary Canadian, and I sent it up to them. And it's been 3 years, but with COVID and everything, they never got around to it. When they did, they rejected you.
Why did they reject me? What was the deal?
Well, the problem is, you see, it goes back a long ways. Newfoundland used to be a British colony, and like Australia was a British colony. And the folks in England had a policy where they sent all the people out of their country who were not good citizens. You know, there were horse thieves and the murderers and all the rest of it, and they shipped them off to Australia. The ones that went to Australia were involved in what they call skullduggery. And so they got named Scullies for short, and they got shipped off to Australia. The ones who did lesser crimes, like just stealing sheep and stuff like that, were all called scallywags, and they all got shipped off to Newfoundland. And so the News decided that the short for that was Scally. So when they seen your last name Scally, they put a stamp on that reject so fast it make your head spin, my son.
Oh my goodness, I have no idea. I am very, very, I'm kind of flabbergasted that I got rejected. But I must have to admit, possibly, I was not totally honest with everybody. here today, or 3 years ago, I should say. I have not always been the person that you know and know of me. I have been a little bit when I was younger, much younger, a long time ago, that I was a little shady, and sometimes I found myself on the other side of the law.
I wasn't waiting for that. I suppose that now you're an honest and God-loving man, though, right?
Correct.
Okay, in that case we can move forward here. That's quite the revelation, I must say, though. Okay, you know, the good news is we can get this back for you. And we got to do this back, get this back by you telling me, and I got to tell you, I forgot the other thing that happened. Right afterwards, when they rejected, or 3 days after you got your citizenship here, I told you it didn't include health care. No free health care. But it wasn't more than 3 days later that you called the Memorial Hospital in St. John's, Newfoundland and tried to book for an operation. You wanted an enlargement operation. What the heck was that all about?
Well, the reason why, I'll go back a little bit, the reason of being on the other side of the law is in my younger years, I had a tendency to be involved in extramarital affairs. And I have gotten myself in a couple sticky situations where I had to run and flee, and they caught up with me. So I did forget about the operations or healthcare, and that was my fault. But I did wanted to get a extension and to be taller, because obviously everybody knows I'm not a very tall person. So I did want to enlarge my height.
You know, you could have said that in a lot less words, my son. But I can respect that you would want to be tall and handsome like me, right?
No one can.
No one compared to you. Okay, now in order to get this back, though, we got a couple of questions for you. Donnie, Canadian hockey, because we's all Canadians, we love hockey, right? Now, I need to ask you the questions. If you can answer them right, I'll give you your citizenship back.
Yes.
First of all, is the Stanley Cup Canadian or American?
Slimey bottom, that's definitely Canadian.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Yes, it's definitely Canadian. A lot of Americans might not know that. Who knew that? Okay, so the Canada Governor General, Lord Stanley, in approximately 1892, was awarded an amateur hockey player. Now, later on in time, and it was founded in 1817, and that became the National Hockey League, which we all know is the Stanley Cup as today.
I was in shock, Howard. I didn't know that he would know that. That's crazy. Okay, how many times have the Montreal Canadiens won the Stanley Cup?
Huh, that's a simple question. It's 24 times.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, the other thing, though, is you need to know is that we haven't won it in the last 30 years, so that's not so hard. Okay, now the last thing we got to do here is we got to see
Page 4.
page 4, yeah. So now I want you to listen to this song, and if you can sing the first verse of this song, then I will, when I play it, then I'll give you your Canadian citizenship back. Are you good with that? Okay, so first of all, he's going to listen to the song, right? Okay, hang on for a sec while I get it on the recorder here.
What's that? Get ready, is ya? Okay, everybody, pull your heels. It's coming.
We're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. Tension roll, we're on the air, it's hockey night tonight. The whistle blows and the puck goes down the ice. The goalie jumps and the players bump and the fans all go. Someone lowers, but he scores and the whistle.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing we got a new sound system.
Thank goodness for storm dogs.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
You got it?
Yes, page 5.
Okay, there's only one other thing we gotta do to get to your citizenship back. You need to be sponsored by some other good person, and it's gotta be an American person of reputable character. If you got anybody in mind,
Let's see. Maybe Paul, our new activity coordinator.
Paul Palmieri. Paul, will you come on up here, my son? Now, this is going to be interesting. Now we're going to all start our stuff on the floor. We got to pick it on up. Paul, welcome aboard, my son.
Thanks.
Come on over here. We got to get to know you. You want to stick around there, Donnie, and just watch the action here. Oh, no, we don't. You didn't know you were coming up here, so I got nothing for you to read. Okay. Now, you realize that his Canadian citizenship is in the balance. But you realize that you could also have a Canadian citizenship and a Newfoundland citizenship. By being a Newfoundlander, you was also a Canadian, my son. You good with that?
I'm good with that.
Okay, I like it so far. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is, I was going to ask you to talk to me a little about yourself, what you do and all that stuff. So take the mic and tell us, we know you're a barber, because you cut me hair once, it never grew back, but I grew the best mustache over I want to see.
Well, truth be told, I am a barber, but I seem to do more eyebrows and ear hair than I do hair on the top of the head. Just kidding.
Oh, Lord. You know what, we're going to do this just off the cuff this time. Okay, now, there's a thing called a street check. Have you heard of this before? You never seen the certificates in the office for Doug and for Donnie?
One time I saw the law.
Oh, I can show you Donnie's certificate right here. There's what Donnie got for it. Not bad, eh? Good. Now, in order to become a Newfoundlander, my son, you've got to do a few things first, okay? And the first one is, in Newfoundland, there's a delicacy, and it's called cod tongues. And the codfish have these big, long tongues in them, and we likes to cut these things out, and we fry them up in butter, and we eat them. And you know what? They taste just like shit. So you gotta start by having some cod tongues. Can you hold the mic while I get your cod tongues out? Do I ever kid? No, it's not kidding, but don't get excited. This is good stuff. You'll like this. Hang on for a second.
Dad, you didn't tell me this was part of his job? Donnie, we'll talk later.
Oh, I can smell it from here. Here, you
Want me to take one first? Yeah, I'll take one first so you can see how it's done here. You gotta get it right. And you take it up like this. Oh, wow. That's horrible. Here, take one, my son. Oh my God. Well, that's a good start. You only got another 14 to go. You mean to say that's it? Okay, well, that passes. That's good. I'll save the rest for the Rose's supper. Okay, the next thing we gotta do is you gotta prove your work by doing a little ceremony where I need you to sit down first, right here. To become a Newfoundlander, you've gotta be prepared to put one of your feet in a bucket of freezing cold ice water from the North Atlantic, where there's the highest salt content in the world. Are you up for that? Okay, will you take off your left sandal, please? Oh! Jeez, that's heavy. Okay. Now you can get up. Oh, wait a minute, that's not bigger than that. Where are you from, my son? The other leg. Put that one back on. I hope you don't make that kind of mistake when you're cutting hair. Okay, stand up, my son. Now, hang on, here's your water. Okay, you guys ready? You gotta put your foot in the water. Well, no, wait a minute, back up. What you doing?
Put my foot in the water.
No, it's the one with the shoe on it. You gotta keep the shoe on, of course, that's the way it works here. This is my act, not yours. Go, yeah, I'm ready anytime, go ahead. Oh God. Hey, come on, get it in there. Oh, okay, oh my God. Wait a minute, the water's changing color. How come? You ever wash your feet? Okay. Well, that's that. Thank you for doing that. Oh, God. How are you going to work the rest of the day like that?
I have no clue. I have to go to work still.
Well, I'll give you some paper towel after. Okay, that's that part. Okay, now the next part is you have to kiss the cod. The cod. You've never heard of codfish? Well, in Newfoundland, in cod they trust. Not so much now that there's not many of them left, but anyway. This is the biggest part of the ceremony, but I've got to get ready for this. So you hold the mic here, and you can sing for the folks if you want when you wait.
I don't sing. Them gloves don't look good.
You notice the color coordinated this year.
Holy crap. Okay, I'm not touching that fish without.
But you want me to kiss it.
Yes.
Johnny kissed it last time.
Let's kiss it before.
It's bad, so.
Welcome to the club.
You're
It's not
kidding.
that bad.
Oh, I can smell it already. I have to kiss it?
Yes, monsieur.
Now you can make it just a little pecker, you can French kiss it if you feel inclined, it's up to you. But you gotta kiss it one way or the other. Are you ready?
You're not gonna move it, are you?
Oh, no. I'm not, he asked me if we're gonna move it, do I look like I do that? Oh! Whoa! Who passed that one? Well done, monsieur. How come your lips is changing color? Okay, now the last thing we gotta do is you gotta say the Newfoundland oath. And so I says to you, Paul Palmieri, is you a Newfoundlander? And your response to me is, Dita is me old cock and long may your big jib draw. Okay, you ready?
No, I'm not.
You expect me to come back with that again? We don't do that in Newfoundland.
Okay, I'll wing it.
No, I'll give you a chance. Indeed, I is me old cock, and long may your big jig draw. Okay? Well, okay, for you, indeed, I is me old cock.
D is my old cock.
And long
And long
may your big jib drop.
may your great jig drop.
Yeah, that's about as good as we're gonna get, I think. So, okay, I'll take that. That's good. Okay. Well, you know what? I think that you has qualified now. You is indeed a Newfoundlander, my son. And to prove it, I got something for you right here. And Donnie, I need you back up here for something too. Come on up here. Congratulations, Paul, you is indeed a Newfoundlander now. And there's one other thing that I forgot to do, Donnie, that was part of your little thing, because you knew so much about the Stanley Cup, and the Stanley Cup meant so much to Canada when we won it, that it was 4 feet tall. But now that you Americans own it, I got a hold of it, and I'm presenting it to you now, and I'd like you to open it. It's a wee bit smaller than it used to be when we owned it.
Oh, thank you. Yes, absolutely.
Well, thank you. This is quite a treat. This is another special day for me.
You're all
I got reinstated. Now I have a gift. You smell just as bad as Slimey bottom.
Oh, mercy. That's why I wanted the operation. I wanted to get bigger.
Oh, so you know that when the Canadians win it again sometime in God knows when, and the Toronto, I don't even remember what the team is called in Toronto, it's been so long. The Maple Leafs wins it, that is going to, if he puts it in water, that's going to grow back to the original size.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And can I just take this opportunity to maybe ad-lib on so much of Paul's new smelling lips he's got? So I want to give you a kiss, Paul. That was wonderful.
Donnie, would you like to follow that up with kissing the crowd again? Oh, okay, hang on, I got it. Oh, wait a minute, I gotta get the flies away first. Here's it is. Don't leave, Paul, we got one more thing to do here. You're touching it. Oh, what a guy. Okay, now the last thing we're going to do is introduce you to this wonderful elixir of life. This here is called Screech, and this is Newfoundland rum. Well, look, we're asked for Bev.
No, not this word, the restaurant.
You don't want him to drink of this?
He's gotta go to his other job.
Oh, I see. Well, I'll tell you what.
When I get to my other job, what cologne should I tell them I'm wearing right now? It's from Canada, right?
Oh, God, it's God. Well, you know what? In deference to the fact that he was going to work, I gotta be totally honest with you. This is non-alcoholic. This isn't the real thing, because if it was real Screech, it would have gone right through the bottle by now. So what you're looking at is Diet Coke. So it's going to have this toast with Diet Coke. Can we get away with that? Bev? Boy, you're tough. Here, you entertain them while they pour the glasses.
Salami bottle, make mine a double.
Here, I know how you like it. Here, we'll put that down for you, so you can take your glass. There you go.
I'd like to see that.
I'll take that.
Okay.
You keep the bottle, I take this. In Newfoundland, in a real Screech chain, you have to drink 4 ounces of this straight, and then you have to also experience Newfoundland steak, which is a big hunk of bologna. So here's the way the toast goes. There is wood ships, and there is good ships. The ships that sails the seas. But the best